Hey everyone, I have an encapsulated CD here from Rewind Grading, and I'm going to walk you through the label, what's on the label, where we find it, and just some general information about our encapsulation. So let's get started. Here I've got Papa Roach, Love, Hate, Tragedy, factory sealed CD. So starting with the title of the album, Love, Hate, Tragedy right here. That's going to be listed at the top. The artist will be listed second on the label, followed by the record label, in this case, DreamWorks Records. Below that we have hype sticker, if there's a hype sticker on your album. Here you can see it on this one. It's a hype sticker that says features, and it lists some of the tracks that are featured on it. We'll notate that here, along with any other very pertinent information for that release. You know, if it was a club edition, a club reissue, that would also be listed here. Working our way across the label here, we note that it's a CD. If this was a cassette, it would say cassette up there. We've got the catalog ID. That's important for these releases because if they were reissued later, that catalog ID could change. If it was a club issue, that catalog ID would likely change for whatever club it was, if it was Columbia, BMG, etc. You know, and we gather that information. It's typically found on the spine of the CD along with the record label, a name, and logo. Release region is USA, and the release date, that is important to note that that is the release date of the album, that date that album was released, not necessarily the date that this particular variant might have been released. So working our way across, we have the grade here. The numerical grade, 8.5 in this case, is the grade for the case and inserts behind the case. So what would go into that would be any cracks in the case, any folds or tears in the inserts, you know, whether that's the stuff on the side, the artwork across the front. And then below that is the seal rating. We do that in stars. In this case, it's 4 out of 5 stars. For seals, it's important, you know, you're looking for scuffing, tears, snags, any discoloration on it, stuff of that nature. So this got a 4 out of 5. Working our way around to it on the side, you'll see we have that same grade here. So if you display these on your shelf and you kind of bookend them in your shelf, you'll be able to see all the grades for all your albums. You know, you'll still be able to see the artist information here because it's on the spine of the CD. On the other side, we've got a QR code that links to our website. It'll also display your grade there along with some other information on this particular release and certification number. Working our way to the back, we've got an additional grading notes right here. Copyright year is listed here. That's important on some reissues or re-releases later. That copyright would change. We're typically finding that copyright down here at the bottom. Title strip is present on this one. If it's a title strip present, we'll note that. Might be a little tough to see, but up in the top here, there's that security title strip that kind of folds over the top of it. As a UPC, lists the artist, the album. In this case, I think it says explicit version, and catalog ID is typically listed up there as well. We've got parental advisory case. We're noting that because this is the parental advisory one. It's noted on the label, which is part of the case. And then lastly, we'll note any additional grading notes here that are important. This one says drill hole, because if you can see in this corner, there's a drill hole present. If you had cracks, you know, we would note cracks where they are, if they're on the front, the back, on the spine. Any pertinent things that affect the grade of the item, we want to note there. And then we have album details. It's going to be kind of fun facts about it. We've got certifications. This one was certified gold. We've also got, you know, if they're Grammy Award nominees or winners, where they peaked on the Billboard charts, and then possibly just any other interesting facts about that particular album that people may not be aware of. So yeah, that's this in a nutshell. The cassettes are going to be very similar, obviously a smaller form factor, so the information is a little bit more truncated. But yeah, beautiful presentation. You're able to see your CD or cassette from all sides clearly. And yeah, thanks for tuning in.